let peace reign. On the news this evening, New Rivers CP inspects council secretaries affected by Monday's violence. Rivers State government blames police for Monday's violent clashes at council secretariats. Residents raised concerns over stench from bagged waste along Iwofe Road, Port Harcourt. Senate asks states to comply with Supreme Court's judgment on local government autonomy. On the foreign scene, U.S. officials warn of deadly hurricane in Florida. I am Kalada Kurubatubo. Once again, good evening. We will go for a quick commercial. When we do come back, the news in detail. Welcome back. Now the news in detail. The new Commissioner of Police in Rivers State, Mustafa Bala, has inspected some local government council secretaries which were affected by Monday's violence in the state. Correspondent Subi Uruwari reports that some of the local government secretaries visited are Port Harcourt, Obiakpo, Emoa, Ikwere, and Elime. Accompanied by his management team, CP Mustafa addressed journalists, explaining that the purpose of the tour was to assess the situation firsthand. He said the visit will aid in launching a comprehensive investigation into the incidents. CP Bala said the Rivers State Police Command has established a high-powered investigation team led by the Deputy Commissioner of Police, State CID, with support from the Assistant Commissioner of Police, State CID.
They kill 7 people for a warfare route and they smell within no night. They kill 7 people for
Apologies for the mix-up. CP Bala also said findings from the investigation will be submitted to the Inspector General of Police for further action. Earlier, the Rivers State Commissioner for Information, Joe Johnson, blamed the police for Monday's violent clashes at the council secretariats. Speaking on Nigerian for FM's Morning Crossfire, Mr. Johnson said the police ignored their sole responsibility of protecting lives and property in the state.
Is to tell you that there's a conspiracy by the Nigeria police. I put every blame on the Nigeria police because if they could leave a whole state unpoliced on Saturday, it tells you that anything that could have happened on that Saturday would have been to every man to your tent, O Israel. But nothing happened on Saturday. Only on Monday after the swearing in by our constitution, the police job is to protect lives and property, whether lives of the enemy or lives of their friends. But in this case, they ignored it.
In response to President Bola Tinubu's statement addressing the crisis in Rivers State, Mr. Johnson said there is no way the Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara could have set the councils on fire.
When the governor appeared on a television station and talked about the president, not just mentioning only his name in this whole context, I think that also that the police who ought to be at the center of the blame is not there. And they also know that there are other unseen hands that were part of it. So they even assume that the governor, no man can destroy his house. There's no way the governor could have set any of the councils ablaze. And to watch 3 councils being burnt and even an attempt on the Obiakpo own.
As you may know, Governor Fubara said he is bothered about President Bola Tinubu singling him out in a statement on the crisis in Rivers State. The governor said everyone in the state knows who is behind the violence that has engulfed the state. In another development, the Senate has asked state and local governments to immediately comply with the Supreme Court judgment on local government accounts and the funds given directly to them. The Senate also resolved to take immediate steps to alter sections of the Constitution to give full autonomy to local government administration in the country. The resolution was announced by the Deputy Senate President Jibrin Barau after lawmakers reconvened from a closed-door session. One of the senators, Tony Wanye, alleged that some state governors are already using their House of Assembly to enact laws that would mandate local government councils in their states to remit monies into state and local government joint accounts, which was ruled against by the Supreme Court. In the meantime, the House of Representatives has mandated its Constitution Review Committees to organize public hearings with a view to permanently address the delay in justice delivery in the country. The House also said the move is to restore confidence in the judiciary. It follows a motion raised by member Ganiyu Ayuba on the need to address delays in the judicial system amid concerns of undermining the public's trust in the judiciary. The APC in Edo State says the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has agreed to move the inspection of election materials to Thursday to allow the party prepare. Edo APC Chairman Jared Tenebe and the legal counsel Victor Oyosomwan confirmed to journalists that they did not come with all the necessary materials because of a mix-up in the inspection process. Recall that on Tuesday, the Edo State INEC resident electoral commissioner Anugbam Onoa denied an allegation by the PDP that he resisted their request to inspect the bimodal voter accreditation system BVAS before the just concluded governorship election in the state. It's time for another commercial break, but still to come, residents raise concerns. Residents raised concerns over stench from bagged waste along Iwofe Road, Port Harcourt. Do stay tuned. We'll be right back. Thank you for staying tuned. Welcome back now to the rest of the newscast. Residents in the Iwofe area of Port Harcourt have voiced concerns about a strong stench coming from about 5 sack bags placed on the median of Iwofe Road. Some of them who spoke to our correspondent said they initially thought the bags were filled with lifeless bodies because of the stench. They urged the relevant waste disposal agencies to promptly remove the bags as the odor is starting to affect their health.
I don't know wetin dem carry keep for this place for bag. Before we dey think say na human being, but today environmental come, so come check. I think fowl and the goats and the everything. I don't know carry am come up for Iwafi Road near OPM. And so now since that day wey dem do election, dem carry the thing come up here. So since that time we never rest here, and this thing don give us sickness. For me, even though my belle dey turn me, all my children sick. I beg, I dey beg, and I beg why they beg every people where they in charge of this thing. Make them come out.
They affect me too much. Almost 4 days now. We never rest. So make them come help us.
And the stench is very, very strong. People around there, and it is very serious. Even if you are in a taxi or keke passing, you cannot breathe until you get past that place.
Clarifying the situation, the acting sole administrator of the River State Waste Management Agency, RWAMA, Prince Oya, said the bags are filled with poultry waste and not lifeless bodies. He said RWAMA officials have visited the area and that the waste will be removed shortly.
We deployed some tactical intelligence and gathered where the facility was situated. We went there and invited the people over to the office. As we speak, next 2 hours, those things will be evacuated and treated the way they should. And going forward, we're also having a further meeting with the management of the facilities so we can get opinionated on the best way to manage the waste so that there won't be future occurrence.
Elsewhere, retail outlets owned by the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited adjusted the pump price of petrol today in Lagos State and the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. In Lagos, many Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited outlets sold a litre of petrol for 998 naira, about 150 naira higher than the initial price of 855 naira. Long queues were also observed as the sudden increase set motorists and transporters in panic buying mode. In Abuja, an NPCL retail outlet hiked the price of the essential commodity from 897 naira to 1,013 naira. Another commercial break. We'll be right back. A look at the international scene. U.S. officials are warning that Hurricane Milton is going to be deadly and catastrophic as millions leave Florida ahead of the storm's arrival. Milton, a Category 4 storm, is expected to hit the Tampa area tonight with strong winds. U.S. President Joe Biden warned that living was a matter of life and death as the state undertakes its largest evacuation effort in years. A quick recap on the news this evening. You heard the new Rivers CP has inspected council secretariats affected by Monday's violence. Rivers state government has blamed the police for Monday's violent clashes at council secretariats. Residents have raised concerns over the stench from a bagged waste along Iwofe Road, Port Harcourt. Senate has asked states to comply with the Supreme Court judgment on local government autonomy. On the foreign scene, U.S. officials have warned of a deadly hurricane in Florida. The news was edited by Martha Okera. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808-721-7215. I am Kalada Kurubatubo. Good evening and do stay tuned.